Welcome back to the R2F Sports channel. For today's video, we'll be going through a little bit of analysis of the USA versus Costa Rica game that just took place. We'll be going through the starting lineup as well as what happened in the match and what needs to change going forward. So with that, let's get straight into the starting lineup. Quite an interesting starting lineup for this one. Overall, this was probably the youngest lineup I think we've ever put out in the history of the U.S. national team. The average player age was 22.2 years old, so which is actually younger than me, which makes me feel kind of old. Um, Zach Steffen started in goal. He did all right, not too much to brag about there. I think it's definitely good that he got some time because it just put some competition between our goalkeepers. Matt Turner's been brilliant so far, but just rotating in, whether it be Zach Steffen or Ethan Horvath or anyone else, it just creates good competition between all our goalkeepers. Like seeing a little bit of change back there. And yeah, it was interesting. For the back line, we had honestly the perfect back line that I wanted to see. Serginho Desta right back, obviously. Anthony Robinson at left back. Can't complain about those two. Those are the two I want starting at every single match for us. Miles Robinson, I wanted playing every game. Chris Richards was finally the guy. Finally got a start. I wanted to see him play. He did all right today. Just nothing too great. But yeah, just love seeing this back line. Hopefully it's our team going forward. You definitely see whether it be Brooks or Zimmerman come in for Chris Richards, but I would love seeing this back line play more together because the more they play together, better experience they'll have. For a midfield three, we went with the same midfield that I said that was just going to start what should be every single game. Yunus Musa, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie. Definitely just I feel like that's just going to be the midfield three going to every game. That's just seems obvious from now on. They're definitely our best three midfielders. Tyler Adams, really good defensive mid, can even slot back if they want to play a back five. So he can play that center back position. He can play an outside back position. He can play a defensive mid, holding mid. He's a very good player. So happy he's playing for us. Yunus Musa, I'm glad he has decided to stick his faith in the U.S. national team. Uh, love seeing him play today. He's definitely an interesting player. He's actually a lot bigger than I thought he was. So love seeing him play. Then we have Weston McKennie. He's honestly one of our best players, him and Pulisic. So every time he gets out there, it looks great. So definitely a strong midfield that definitely is just gonna keep going with it. And it should be interesting seeing how they play the rest of the time. Our front three, originally Paul Ariel was supposed to start, which I wasn't too sure about. But then 10 minutes before the game started, they said he had a groin injury, which brought in Tim Weah into the lineup, which honestly, I love that. Tim Weah is a great player. I thought he deserved more time and gets the start today. Looks great today. So SofaScore gave him a 7.6 rating, so that's really good. Started Ricardo Pepi. Ricardo Pepi's looked really good. I honestly think he should play every game. No more Zardes. Don't want to see him anymore. Brennan Aronson, I thought he was injured, but he came in. He's a very underrated player for us. I think he causes a lot of issues for back lines. So very happy with this lineup. I think it's one of the best lineups we put out in a while. Regarding that, we're missing Gio Reyna and Christian Pulisic. But those two would probably start over Weah and Aronson. Other than that, this is honestly one of the most perfect lineups I've seen us put out there in a while. So happy about that. But that being said, though, let's get straight into the game. So game kicks off. Not a great start from the U.S., obviously, as you can see from the scoreline. Just seems like there's some kind of miscommunication between Anthony Robinson and Weston McKennie. There's just a guy wide open on the back post just sitting there. It definitely seemed like those two miscommunicated because there was Anthony Robinson guarding someone and then Weston McKennie kind of just lagging back from behind. And this guy just kicks it, gets through, goes in. So that sucks. First minute goal, which is something you just never want to see against you. What's interesting about this goal is it looked like there might have been offsides on Costa Rica because the ball goes zip right past this guy. And I thought it was honestly going to be called offsides, but got to play what's going on with the CONCACAF refs. So that goes through, and all of a sudden we're down 1-0. So I definitely want to see how the US would respond to a quick deficit. Obviously, you don't want them to lose or tie. Yeah, but rest of the first half, we looked pretty good offensively. Tim Weah put in a lot of good crosses. Uh, Definitely could have gotten behind one. I think he put in like 2 or 3 crosses we could have scored. Yeah, we weren't looking too threatening though. Keylor Navas was just shutting us out for the most part. But then Yunus Musa passed it to Dest. Dest just fires away, scores an absolutely stunning goal. So love seeing that. Yeah, great goal. Dest obviously one of our best players scoring it, and just absolutely love seeing that. Yeah, that's why he starts for Barcelona. That's why he starts for the U.S. national team. He's a great player. Yunus Musa, glad seeing that he got an assist there. Definitely deserved with how he played today. He played fantastic. So good seeing that. Yeah, that was basically the first half. Nothing else really happened. 1-1. I think the major highlight from this is that that goal was our first half goal in 9 games. Yes, I'll say that again. Our first half goal in 9 games. So that's definitely a good streak to be breaking. Yeah, just interesting first half, 1-1. Not much else to talk about. So let's go straight in the second half. I didn't see what happened early on. I missed like the first 5 or 6 minutes. Keylor Navas was subbed out. I don't know if it was an injury or something. But yeah, no Keylor Navas for the second half, which definitely helped us with some shots on target, which you'll find out in a little bit. A little later, Tim Weah shoots it. Kind of looks like it hits off the post and the keeper's back and goes in. I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't given as a Tim Weah goal, because Berhalter would definitely play Weah a little more if that counted as his goal. So definitely interesting for an own goal decision, although I think it is the correct decision. Very happy for Tim Weah, obviously. Love seeing just international players, non-MLS players doing this for the U.S. national team. Yeah, it was a good goal. Good build-up play to get there, and yeah, good goal. The rest of the second half, nothing really happened. DeAndre Yedlin subbed in, who I hate. DeAndre Yedlin, I feel like shouldn't be playing anymore. I feel like we should be more so dedicating younger players to playing, especially in these situations. We could have subbed in many players. Shaq Moore, for instance, came in for Dest a couple games ago, so that he could have played over Yedlin. We also have Reggie Cannon just sitting back there. I don't think he was called up this time, or he might have an injury or something. I think he should definitely have a place above DeAndre Yedlin. Yeah, that's my opinion on DeAndre Yedlin. Hop was subbed in. He did all right, nothing too special. I believe he could have scored one. Gianluca Busio came in, who I absolutely love. I love his work rate. I love just his ability to just get the ball into the box. He's honestly a great player. I wouldn't be surprised if he played more for the U.S. national team. He was in, I think he played every game of the Gold Cup. A lot of people were complaining about him. I actually really liked him. Great work rate, always willing to win the ball back. Yeah, defensive mid, offensive mid, can play it all. So I love seeing him. He created a lot of chances for us in just the 10, 15 minutes he played. So yeah, that's why I'm not surprised he wouldn't be playing again. Other than that, Giassi Zardes subbed in. I hate Giassi Zardes as well. He's kind of from the same era as DeAndre Yedlin, where I just don't really like the players too much. Giassi Zardes just, I mean, he could have scored one, but then again, he didn't really want to run. It seemed like he was kind of gassed, even though he only played like 5 minutes. There was a play where I believe Busio and McKinney were all running forwards, and we crossed in the ball, and they panned the ball a little further down, or they panned the camera a little further down the field, and then there's Giassi Zardes like midway back to the half line when we have the ball in the other team's box. So something's wrong with his work rate. Until that fixes, I don't think he should play. Then again, he just shouldn't play anyways. Also, Zimmerman was subbed in. It was more of a defensive sub, I think, just to secure the victory. Yeah, that was the overall game though. 2-1 victory for the US. Love seeing that. Um, Not too much complaints about this game. Love the starting lineup. Some of the decisions on subbing in some players was just a little stupid, but love the Busio sub. The Hop sub's all right. Tim Weah starting's great. So yeah, that's the game. And yeah, with that being said, though, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this kind of content. I also post Premier League predictions. So if you are a fan of the Premier League, make sure you sub to the channel. Like the video as well to spread more people hearing news about the U.S. national team. And comment down below your thoughts on the game. Anything you want to see differently, center back wise, partnerships in the midfield, forwards. Obviously, we want Reina and Pulisic back, but that'll happen eventually. Yeah, with that being said, see you guys next time.